Hello, YouTube. This is Goddess Twins Fan 120 here. Um, I'm. It's my birthday live stream, but in my time, it's not my birthday yet. But some of you it is. So, but I am just doing it the day before. Douglas Rosie fan.
Oh, hey, why is your profile picture different? It's green in color.
It's probably something wrong, but I'm not sure.
Oh, alright.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. I'm inviting some more people.
Have you
I'm
seen
good.
Diesel D199's short 49?
Yeah, I saw. What did you think?
It was great.
Eh,
I like
Oh, hey,
Chris.
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
Oh, yeah,
I like.
Taylor.
I oh. What I want to say is I like Hagrid's face when he was in slow motion.
Me too. Oh, hey,
It's so
Matt.
funny. Oh, hey. It was so funny.
Yeah, I know, right?
He was oh my god.
So, Taylor and Matt, do you want me to add you too?
Taylor and Matt.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hold on. I gotta try join in and on my laptop
Okay.
and see if it works. I don't know. Oh, Henry. Oh no. What happened? No, no.
What's wrong with Henry?
You know, in short 49,
Oh,
Thomas
yeah.
said,
Oh, yeah. Oh, Henry.
"This is my show and I star in all the specials." I, I regret everything. I regret everything. Hold on. Uh, oh,
There you are.
okay, okay. I'll be right back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Hoiter.
Oh, hey, TTE and RWS fan 2003. Yeah, in my time, it's not my birthday yet, but in your time, it must be.
Yeah, in my time it's your birthday.
Huh,
So, happy birthday!
thanks.
You're welcome. Your surprise will be uploaded later today.
Okay, I can't wait to see it.
Huh?
I also spoke with Jesse. I asked him if he could edit my Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree redub. he said that yes, he'll do it.
Okay, that's good.
You know, because he got blocked the minute I uploaded it.
Yeah, me too. That's why I upload on Daily Motion. Hello?
Oh yeah, I think I might do it on and Austin. Okay, Austin's ready. Let me add him. So I just need to send him. I just need to send him Thomas's lines and Donald's lines and the Fat Controller's lines.
Alright. Hmm. Hoi. Nostalgia, dude. Hello? Matthew?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Austin's here.
Oh.
Hey, Austin.
I know you came here just to see me tonight. So what are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for the bus. Just joking. I'm just joking.
I know. Yeah, so my new music video is uploading.
Okay. I'm making one too, but don't tell Matthew.
I can hear you.
I know.
Oh shit.
Just to give you a clue, it's a music video, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay. Oh, hey, David.
What, he's here?
Yeah. Yeah, he's on the live chat.
Okie dokie. Is he gonna be in the call?
Well, if he wants to. You want to add?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to add you, David?
Yeah.
Oh, Henry. Oh no. What happened? No, no.
Oh no.
No, Thomas was being sarcastic in that. Yeah, I saw it.
I like Edward's face in the slow motion.
Sure. Okay, I'm about to add David.
This is my show and I'll star in all the specials. I regret everything.
Oh, okie dokie. All right, processing's done. Now I just gotta wait for the thumbnails.
Okay, David, I just need your email and I can add you.
There it is.
And he's invited.
Matthew, what about Matt and the other Matt, and Taylor?
Yeah, I asked them if they want to join, but I haven't heard anything from them, so
Oh, alright.
Yeah. Truth be told, I don't know if Taylor will be able to make it tonight.
yeah, I mean she's pretty busy, so I mean she can't, that's fine, but
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so David should be here any minute.
What the? What? David said he didn't get invite.
Let me try again. I hope. Alright, let me try again, David.
Dang it.
Alright, just sent one, so hopefully he'll get it.
Hey, Jessie.
Oh, hey, Jesse.
David said he still didn't get it.
I saw, let me... Check your Google Hangouts, David.
Oh, he's here.
Oh,
There we go. I don't know
hey,
what was going on.
hey, David.
Oh, and
guys.
David.
Yeah, I heard you're making a new music video, and I can't wait to see it.
Actually, I'm about to upload it.
Woo!
Me, I'm gonna make one too.
Here, 1 second. Let me turn this off. I was watching Star Wars. Okay, I'm good now.
Oh, and guys, please fight for net neutrality.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Hey, let me just say this right now. There is no way in hell that anyone is going to take away what has been the biggest source of entertainment for years.
I know, right?
There's no way.
What do you think is the biggest source of entertainment, Dave?
We're on it. We're on the internet.
YouTube.
Oh, well, I think we're going to be able to use the internet still, but I think they're going to charge us more.
Internet's always been free.
Bunch of crap, if you ask me.
This is all being caused by just one freaking guy who doesn't even care what the world thinks.
Oh, Jesse, sure, I'll add you. Yeah, what's your email, Jesse?
Jesse, my advice: put it in Hangouts, not in the live chat.
Yeah, send it up Hangout so I can add you.
Oh, all right. It's about ready to publish.
Oh, hey, look, it's one of my uncultured swine friends, Ethan. Hey,
Yeah.
you uncultured swine?
Anyway,
It's just a joke between us.
Hello, Ethan.
Hello, Dylan Vo. Nice to see you again.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I'm messing with a transformer. Ah!
Are you feeling better, David?
Not really.
Oh.
It's gonna take some time, guys. So.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Everything okay, Donnie?
I just eating
And
bread right now.
it's up.
All right. Let's see what you got. Ah, very nice. I'll take a look at that after the stream.
Oh. Okay. Hey, Jesse's here.
Hey, Jesse.
Hi guys.
All right.
Yo, it's my boy Jesse.
And hey guys. And happy early birthday, Matt.
Thanks, Jesse.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that when I entered. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah. HBD, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, my birthday's actually tomorrow
Ooh.
on the 4th.
Well, it's actually a good thing you're doing the streams right now because I won't have any time to join later on tomorrow.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
o'clock.
it's good. Yeah, that's probably.
Well, I finally started up the editing process for double teething the double teething troubles.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what happens when you work at a package at a shipping place for many hours in the day. You lose.
Oh damn.
Oh dear.
No one is good at speaking today.
Nope.
Nope.
Speaking of which, I've actually uploaded Thompson. Do you guys remember Christmas Wonderland?
Vaguely.
Wait, what?
Thomas's
Christmas.
Christmas Wonderland. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've
Thomas.
Honestly, it's my
Thomas's
second
what?
favorite Christmas song.
No, Thomas's Christmas Wonderland, not Winter Wonderland. It's Thomas's Christmas Wonderland. It's a release from. Hey. It's a DVD.
Oh,
You guys remember that?
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I had the VHS.
It's uploaded on my channel.
Ooh.
And I know, well, not on my channel, but on my second channel, Foolish Firebox. And I know, Austin, your music video is uploaded.
Yep.
Yes.
I just saw it.
I'm gonna just check it out, like, right now.
Yeah. Wait, Jesse, you're watching it?
Yeah.
Oh. Donnie, you already saw it?
No, I saw it uploaded. I didn't see it yet.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I said I was gonna look at it after the stream. So,
yeah.
but for people in the chat and for people in the call that don't know, I'm actually pretty excited about something.
Which is?
What?
Why?
What?
And Jesse and Austin and Donnie, I think you all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, of course.
Oh, we know what you're talking about.
Talking about what?
At least I do.
My very first PlayRail models.
Of course.
I knew it.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I don't think-
Donnie, you don't know?
No, you didn't tell me.
Oh. Well, first of all, I'm finally getting myself a Murdoch. It's been long overdue for me to get a Murdoch, so I'm finally getting a Murdoch.
Oh, okay.
And seeing as how he's like my second favorite engine in the whole series,
I don't know. I don't know why, but Murdoch reminds me of a big orange. He looks good enough to.
Now, thanks to Jessie, I finally broke down and decided to get myself a Streamline Thomas as well.
You like it?
Yes.
Wait, what?
What?
Huh?
Matthew asked something. I don't know.
I said, do you like it?
I haven't gotten it yet. It's going to be here probably next week.
Oh, okay.
But that's not even the best part.
What?
Okay, I want you guys to take a look at my profile picture. Who's my favorite engine?
Gordon?
Gordon.
Oh,
Gordon.
I know what you're talking about now. I've seen it last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Streamline Gordon. Streamline
yeah,
Gordon.
I'm going to be getting a Play Rails Shooting Star Gordon.
I have
and
a
it's and
two Shooting Star Gordon.
And from what Jessie is telling me, it is exactly like Streamline Thomas to where it has two settings.
Yeah.
The normal speed and then the streamline speed.
Of course.
So I'm very excited to get those PlayRail models, and they're going to be my very first.
Trust me, David. You're gonna love them.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. And not only that, but I'm also getting some express coaches that I desperately needed. Because when I first started collecting Trackmaster stuff, I was using old Annie and Clarabelle's that I had for Gordon's Express, and that did not work well.
Oh. David.
Yo, what's up?
Well, when I was younger, I only have one express coach, and I have to use Annie and Carver as express coaches as well.
Oh, really?
Yep. But
Yikes.
then I bought a PlayRail set, and then I have three express coaches at the time, but then one broke, so now I only have two.
Well, I got a set that had three, so believe it or not, you guys, this whole thing ended up costing me $150.
Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, it
David.
wasn't even the Shooting Star Gordon and the Streamline Thomas that was the most expensive. You're not going to believe what was.
What was it?
Okay, think about this for a second. The rest of them were Murdoch and the Express coaches. Which one's rarer?
Murdoch?
The express coaches?
I knew two people were going to give me two completely different answers. No,
God damn it.
Gosh darn it.
It was legit Murdoch. That thing cost me $60.
Yeah, I was correct.
The Express coaches were like 40-something bucks. Yeah, ew.
Well, that's cool that you got them.
My next target will probably be a working Arthur.
I don't have an Arthur yet.
Me too.
Every day I'll be walking down the street. Everybody that you meet. Get it?
You know, yeah, I got it, Jesse. Just out of curiosity, do you guys want to see what I call my dead engine graveyard?
What?
It's engines that I've bought that I did not even know were corroded on the inside.
Boom.
Okay.
Who wants to see them?
Sure.
Me?
Let's see them.
I guess I'll see them.
Yep.
All right. So, people in the chat, you're in for a treat here.
Oh,
Unless you're getting upset.
shit.
Ow! I can't see where I'm going in here. It is so dark. Okay.
David, the dark.
Okay, so the first thing I got was I was trying to get a proper salty because I only have a green one. Yeah. This one's engine is corroded. I bought 2 of these, and both of them were corroded.
Ew.
Wow.
I was really excited to get this next one because I had never gotten anything Thomas and the Magic Railroad like, except for my Diesel 10. And, yeah, he got corroded.
Oh, splatter.
Splatter?
Now, this one's not corroded, but this one's just utter garbage.
I don't like the Trackmaster Duncan. Fuck the Trackmaster Duncan. I'd rather have Tommy Duncan.
Let me explain. You see on these, they have the grips on the wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it makes them go.
Mm-hmm.
Someone literally taken the time on this Duncan model to cut those off.
What?
Oh my god.
Ouch.
So basically making this engine useless. It can travel on the tracks just fine by itself, but it can't even push one truck.
Ugh.
Oh dear.
Next,
Donna.
I don't honestly know why I got this one, but I guess I just wanted her.
Oh.
Laura.
And yep, you guessed it, she's corroded.
Dang it.
This next one, I don't know what I did to deserve this. This is the Arthur I had, or I bought.
Shit.
And
And I say, hey,
I was an idiot to try to repair this thing.
Oh.
I fooled
What
around
did
with
you
it because it was corroded or it looked like it was bent out of shape. I tried to fix it, ended up making it worse. Look, you see, you know how they had free movement? What's
Yeah.
this? When I turn it on, no friction. No friction.
Oh.
do you
It's
need
the
my
same,
help?
The same to my Tommy Douglas.
Unfortunately, Jesse, I don't think there's anything that can be done with that Arthur. But there are the engines that on my tracks, but they were either corroded
I'm back.
or just paint damage.
Oh, okay. Hey, Matt.
Oh, and by the way, if there's any new watchers out there, tell them about how you destroyed Charlie.
Oh yes. This is actually a pretty funny story. All with like nostalgia dude, Taylor, Jesse. I think Austin was in there too.
I was in it too.
And you were.
Oh yeah, Donnie was in it too.
So what happened was, like Charlie, I can flat out say I never liked Charlie. Charlie is the character that I wish could die in a fire, but people just won't accept it. So, one day in a call, we started talking about Charlie, and I finally just snapped. I did not like Charlie so much. I literally took him outside and took a hammer and destroyed my Trackmaster Charlie.
Wow.
Yep.
Rip.
And for those of you wondering, yes, I did keep a memento.
Oh.
This is all that's left of him.
Rest in peace, Charlie.
No one
No,
cared.
rest in peace. He can burn in hell. But I mean,
destroy Charlie and send his soul to rot in hell.
But to add to that story, I got 30 minis the other day, and oh my god, I thought I was rid of the Charlie curse. Oh, who did I just knock over?
The minis part. I just learned about this.
And rid of the Charlie curse.
Oh dear.
Charlie's coming back for you.
Get rid of him!
See that wall, Charlie? Yeah?
Oh dear. Looks like. Never mind.
But yeah, never liked Charlie, never will. So anybody who likes Charlie, just get the hell out.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, little message to Charlie. Can you get this?
Oh.
Damn.
You just got roasted. No, just kidding.
Oh.
Let me see if that damaged Charlie at all.
Why, yes.
He's still completely intact.
Why, yes. It took. Why, yes. He was named after the price it took to build a mold, darling.
Yay, my package just came, but it's at my mom's house. Fuck! Because I literally got, like, okay, I have, like, a lot of rare stuff, and it all cost me $300.
Jesus!
Yep. Okay, these are the items I got so far, so I'll tell you the ones that just arrived. So, it's, remember, you guys remember the James, right? The 1997 James, the Tommy James,
Yeah?
which it was then turned into the Black James,
Yeah.
and I also got Duck. It's because like that box cost me $40 with 5 engines, which is a great deal.
What engines?
Well, 3 Tommy Thomases, well at least 1 Trackmaster Thomas.
Uh-huh.
And 1 James and 1 Duck. The reason why I got that box is because Tommy Thomas is in it and Duck was in it, because I never had Duck. I mean, I had Duck, but I lost him a long time ago, so now I'm having him again, and this time I'm taking care of him.
All right.
And let's see what else. I got Tommy Toby. It includes with Henrietta.
Okay.
I also got there's this other, I think there's this other package. Oh, but guess what? I'll tell you the ones which are coming up. Thomas and the Jet Engine, the Tommy one, that has a surprise face.
Yes!
I'm actually I think it arrived, but I don't know.
You lucky son bitch. No, just kidding.
But I also got Tommy Diesel.
I've only got a track.
And
Actually,
you only got a Trackmaster Diesel.
I have the Trackmaster Diesel. I have the Wooden Railway Diesel, and believe it or not, oh,
I have
Oh,
2 Trimester Diesels.
by the way, and I also got a custom Thomas, which includes the green Thomas, the LBSC.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I got that Thomas, which is custom by someone else.
Okay.
Also,
Didn't Playrail make that?
yeah, but someone else made it too, because Playroll didn't have well, remember Donnie, the red part on the back of Thomas?
The what?
The red part on the back of Thomas, the red square?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have the white square on the play rail, so I'm getting the one that is custom that includes the white square. So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing that is coming up, and you know who it is.
Oliver?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Jesse. Hate to burst your bubble, dude.
Did somebody say my son's name?
No, we didn't. I'm sorry.
My
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You guys are lucky. I wish I
Anyways.
can have Oliver.
my son.
Well,
Oliver.
I know you got.
You kidnapped him, and I want him back.
Well, mine is
I
going to be
need you,
delivered. So
Oliver.
Hey, Douglas Rosie, will you ever get Oliver or?
I don't know. I don't think I can get things online, but maybe. I need Oliver so badly.
Hey, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Oliver, I need you. Please.
So yeah, Oliver is coming to my house, and I'm finally going to get Oliver. So, yay!
Oh, Ken. Hello, Ken.
Oh yeah, hello Ken.
Ken, wait, Ken? He's
Yeah,
in
my little
a
engine
hangout, isn't he?
production. My little engine
Oh yeah,
production.
he followed me on Instagram. Hey Ken, what's up?
Yeah.
And Matt over here is just saying 22.
22.
Oh dear.
Hey Kay.
Ow.
I'm sorry. Typo.
I know.
Oh,
Accidents happen.
now that again.
No.
Boy. Oh dear. Looks like my package was delivered, but it's not in my house. Fuck.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh.
Looks like you.
Shit.
Oh. Oh dear. Looks like you all have some bad cold.
Duck.
How?
I want you to say this now. Oh shit.
Never. That's not the Great Western way.
Say it.
Nope. No one can
Say
make you
it.
say it. Nope.
Donald Douglas.
Alright. You know what we're gonna do, Duck? What?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Quack, quack, quack. Oh,
wait.
no. Alright, I'll see.
Quick.
Oh,
What?
there, are you happy now?
Go. Sounds like you
I can't hear you, Doc.
just sleep. Quack yourself.
Swear to Yeezys, you ain't fucking around to my iPhone 5.
Doc, I
Hey,
can't
Austin.
hear you.
Hey Austin, I got your son right here.
You kidnapped him, and I want him back.
Well, too bad. Dad, you're not gonna get him. Look,
Give him
at
to
your
me.
precious.
Give,
I got your precious Oliver.
give him to me, or I will steal all your Erdl trades and throw them in the dumpster.
You wouldn't.
Well, just watch me.
Check it out. Check out his 4 driving wheels, his 2 back wheels, his dome, his whistle, his Great Western,
Ollie!
his number 11, his bunker.
Ah!
His everything.
Oh, and as a bonus, I also got Toad. Who's straight
Well,
bigger
Toad is
and-
too big.
who strangely is bigger than Oliver. See?
Yeah, I can see that.
Whenever I see Toad, it reminds me of Douglas Rosie Fan's a redub when he made Toad sing in the Mind That Bike redub. That was really funny.
Matt,
Yeah,
do you still want me to edit it? Thomas and the Missing
yeah,
Christmas Tree.
yeah. I will send. I'm gonna go ahead and send you the links to Thomas and Donald and
Douglas is fine.
no well Douglas Rosie Fan's also Douglas and myself. I think I send you some. So
Oh, okay. So all you gotta do is just send me the lines, and then I'll add you know the. Do you have Sir Topham Hatt's line? Who's Sir Topham Hatt?
do I have what?
Who is Sir Topham Hatt?
Oh, the Wise Tender Engine 2001. Well, hold on. Let me get there. Hold on. I have their lines.
David, why
I
did
just
you
Oh,
got
the
call
White
me?
this.
Tender. Oh, Vadim.
Yeah,
Vadim.
Vadim.
Jesus.
Yeah, Vadim.
David, why do you call me? David?
Yeah,
Hello?
David.
What? Oh, what?
Why did you call me?
I didn't mean to. That was an accident. I thought I was still in the call chat.
Oh.
I noticed Yelin is in the chat. I seen her voice. I mean, I heard her voice in some of the readouts. So, hey, Yelin.
Hold on, hold on.
That smells like a hooker.
Whoa, that's no. Huh?
What you?
Oh, it's Yelin's out. Thanks, Yelin.
Yeah.
Anybody got something yet?
Yay, Thomas's Christmas Wonderland. I love that release. That Christmas release. It's now uploaded on Foolish Firebox. Yay!
This apple's not as rotten as my heart.
What the heck? That
David,
was
what's wrong?
strange.
David, what's wrong with your phone?
Hey, Matthew.
Yes.
Tommy wanted to be added to this live stream.
Okay.
Hey, Tommy, I would like to see him here.
Tommy!
Let me ask you.
Hello? Hello?
What?
Hello?
That was
Hello?
I can
strange.
hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Donnie.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to Tommy here. He's calling me. Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Yes, we're right here.
Never mind.
Uh-oh. I'm about to end the call. Dude, I don't want to end the call. Oh, no.
Who just left?
Jesse.
Freaking Jesse.
I know, I was joking. Oh, he resurrected!
Hey guys,
What?
I'll be right.
Oh, there he is.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I pushed that button.
Wah, wah, wah.
You cut that out.
Why you got that
You
out?
wanna know what? You wanna know what's strange?
What?
Okay, do you guys remember Best of James?
Yeah.
Yes.
When I uploaded my Best of James on Foolish Firebox earlier, it got blocked. Now it's not blocked anymore.
That's odd.
I know. Hey, but at least everything is here.
Guys, you're not gonna believe who's in the chat.
What? Who?
Who's in the chat?
MLE Productions. He's in the chat.
Oh, we already heard about that.
Oh, my bad.
MLE?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Let me see. I gotta see.
Auto Legend Productions. Ken Friedel.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah, I was just there.
I don't know if he's still there or not.
Yeah.
I posted in the chat and just to ask if he would like to join. He's probably not going to answer.
All right, Jesse, I just sent you all the lines.
All the lines?
Yeah, I sent you Thomas Donalds and Sir Topham Hats. As I said,
Okay.
also Douglas, so.
Okay.
And by the way, guys, in the chat, just wanted to say, some special members of the redub community are preparing a very special project that will either be going up on Liz Productions channel, but I cannot disclose what that project is because I don't want to get into any trouble.
Well, I know what it is, so, but I'm not going to say it either.
So, just be ready around Christmas time, and you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised.
Well, yeah. Well, I know what you're talking about, so.
Yeah, keep it a secret. Shh, hush, hush.
Yeah.
Well,
Hello.
Well,
oh, hey.
Hi.
Hey, Tommy.
Hello.
Everybody, Tommy
hey, now what have you been up to, my dear old friend?
Nothing
Tommy
much.
Bauer, you're here.
Of course I'm here.
Yeah.
No. Jesse, as soon as you did that, it cut out right before you said what you were going to say.
I ate really.
Yay!
I ate really fast, and now my tummy hurts.
Have a bowl.
Oh, who just left?
Donnie did.
Douglas Rosie fan.
Oh shit!
He can't
Yep.
leave.
He'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Anyway, I need to finish cooking these things. Ah! Sometimes it's like I'm one of the three stooges around here. Sorry if it starts getting noisy over there.
Oh, he's
Now
back.
he's back.
There we go.
There he is.
God, did something happen?
Owen.
Ah,
Owen.
what? Someone's Jesse. Stop it.
Okay.
Something
Oh,
happened?
Owen. Dottie.
Did something happen?
Oh. And Matt.
Yeah.
Give me your olive or I kill your strawberry. Your
Okay. Can
strawberry.
The
Can you hear
Baccarat.
Hello? Can you hear me?
You got that? Yes, Donnie, we hear you.
Yes.
Oh,
I can hear you.
did something happen?
Look
just
at
now?
I.
Did something happen?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, you just automatically left the call somehow.
Oh, it's because my computer went dead.
What?
What in the world? Jesse!
Jesse, cut that out.
Hey, you know your boy
Oh,
Jesse out here
Tommy.
burping.
Hey,
yeah,
Tommy.
Yeah. Did you say
You-
something, Jesse?
You seen my video?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what my next music video is going to be.
Well, to pass the time, why don't I read a little railway series story?
We cannot speak today. Sure, go ahead. This ought to be fun.
All right. Today,
Yeah, after Tommy, I'm gonna read a Tug story.
That's not Tommy.
Yeah. All right. Today, I'll be reading Thomas Comes to Breakfast. Thomas comes to breakfast. Thomas, the tank engine, has worked his branch line for many years. You just know where to stop, Thomas, laughed his driver. You can almost manage without me. Thomas had become conceited. He didn't realize that his driver was joking. Driver says I don't need him now, he told the others. Don't be so daft, snorted Percy. I'd never go without my driver, said Toby earnestly. I'd be frightened. Pooh, boasted Thomas. I'm not scared. You'd never dare. I would did. You'll see. It was dark next morning when the fire ladder came. Thomas drowsed comfortably as the warmth spread through his boiler. He woke again in daylight. Percy and Toby were still asleep. Thomas suddenly remembered. Still he's sticking in the mud, he chuckled. I'll show them. Driver hasn't come yet, so here goes. He cautiously tried first one piston, then the other. They're moving, he whispered. I'll just go out and stop and wheesh. That'll make them jump. Very, very quietly. Ah, damn it. Sorry, I dropped my book.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Everything just went well until he dropped his book.
Okay.
That would have been so funny if that was actually like part of the freaking story.
Okay. As I was saying, Thomas thought he was being clever, but really he was only moving because a careless cleaner had meddled with his controls. He soon found his mistake. He tried to wheesh, but he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. He just kept rolling along. The buffers will stop me, he thought hopefully, but that siding had no buffers. It ended at the road. Thomas's wheels left the rails.
Wait, pause for a second. Wait, pause.
What?
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 Who in their right mind does not put buffers at the end of a siding?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Anyway, continue. Sorry about that.
The siding had no buffers. Thomas's wheels left the rails and crunched the tarmac. Horrors! He exclaimed and shut his eyes. He didn't dare look at what was coming next. The station's master's family was having breakfast. They were eating ham and eggs. There was a crash. The house rocked, broken glass tinkled, plaster peppered from the plates. Thomas collected a bush on his travels. He peered anxiously in the room through its leaves. He couldn't speak. The station master grimly strode out and shut off steam. His wife picked up her plate. You miserable engine, she scolded. Just look what you've done to our breakfast. Now I shall have to cook some more. She banged the door. More plaster fell. This time it fell on Thomas. Thomas felt depressed. The plaster was tickly. He wanted to sneeze, but he didn't dare just in case the house fell on him. Nobody came for a long time. Everyone was much too busy. At last, workmen propped up the house with straw poles. They had laid rails through the garden, and Donald and Douglas, puffing hard, managed to haul Thomas back to the yard. His front was bent. Bits of fencing, the bush, and the broken window frame festooned his front, which was badly twisted. He looked comic. The twins laughed and left him. He was in disgrace. You are a very naughty engine. I know, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Thomas's voice was muffled behind his bush. You must go to the works and have your front mended. It will be a long job. Yes, sir, faltered Thomas. Meanwhile, said the Fat Controller, a diesel rail car will do your work. Diesel, sir, Thomas fluttered. Yes, Thomas. Diesels always stay in their sheds till they are wanted. Diesels never gallivant off to breakfast in station master houses. The Fat Controller turned on his heel and sturdily walked away. The end.
Very nice. Woo!
Nice reading.
Thanks. It's Diesel.
Great job.
Nice work, dude.
I think I'll be doing the story next.
Yeah, go ahead and keep going. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
And anyways, it's my turn now. And I'll be reading The Fat Controller's Engines.
It's Diesel.
The Fat Controller's Engines. One evening, Thomas bought his last train to the junction. He went for a drink. I'm going to the big station, he said to Percy and Toby. So are we, they answered. Do you know, Percy went on. I think something's up. Toby looked at the sky. Where? No, down here, silly, laughed Thomas. How, asked Toby reasonably, can something be up when it's down? Look, said Thomas excitedly. Look! 7 engines from the other railway were coming along the line. Hello, Ginty, whistled Percy. Hello, Pug. They're friends of mine, he explained. I don't know the others. Ginty and Pug whistled cheerfully as they puffed through the station. What is all this? Asked Thomas. The Fat Controller's got a plan, answered his driver, and he's going to tell it to us. Come on. So they followed to the big station at the end of the line, where all the engines had gone. The Fat Controller was waiting for them there. The people of England, he said, read about us in the books, but they do not think we are real. Shame, squeaked Percy. The Fat Controller glared. Percy subsided. So, he continued, I'm taking my engines to England to show them. Hooray! Hooray! The engines whistled. The Fat Controller held his ears. Silence! He bellowed. We start the day after tomorrow at 8 a.m. Meanwhile, as these engines have kindly come from the other railway to take your place, you will show them your work tomorrow. Next day, as Annie and Clarabelle were going to England too, Thomas and Ginty practiced with some other coaches. Thomas was excited. He began boasting about his race with Bertie. I whooshed through the tunnel and stopped an inch from the buffers. Like this. Crash. The buffers broke. No one was hurt, but Thomas's front was badly bent. They telephoned the Fat Controller. I'll send up some men, he said, but if they can't mend Thomas in time, we'll go to England without him. Next morning, the engines waited at the junction. Toby and Percy were each on a truck, and Duck had pushed them into place behind Edward. Henrietta stood in the siding. The Fat Controller called her a curiosity. I wouldn't dream of leaving you behind, he said. I'll fit you up as my private coach. She felt grand. She felt very grand. Gordon, James, and Henry were in front. They whistled impatiently. The Fat Controller paced the platform. He looked at his watch. 1 minute more, he said, turning to the guard. Peep, 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 whistled Thomas, and panted into the station. Annie and Clarabelle twittered anxiously. We hope we're not late. It isn't quite 8. Thomas, said the Fat Controller sternly, I am most displeased with you. You nearly upset my arrangements. Thomas, abashed, arranged himself in the coaches behind Duck without saying a word. The Fat Controller climbed into Henrietta. The guard blew his whistle and waved his flag. The engines whistled. Look out, England, here we come. And the cavalcade puffed off. The engines stood side by side in the big, airy shed. Hundreds of people came to see them and climbed in and out of their cabs every day. They liked it at first, but presently felt very bored and were glad when it was time to go. The people along their line put the flags out and cheered them home. We are glad to see you, they said. Those others did their best, but they don't know our ways. Nothing anywhere can compare with our Fat Controller's engines. The end.
Nice.
Great job.
Thank you.
So shall I give it a go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
go ahead.
No.
So this one's actually not Thomas. It's actually Tugs.
All right.
Okay.
All right, and you know about those Tugs photo books that they did, based upon a good handful of the episodes.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to be reading one of them.
All right.
Now, since this is Taylor's favorite one, if she's watching, I'm going to be reading Ghost Fleet.
The Ghost Fleet.
Yeah. All right. Everyone ready?
Ready.
Ready.
All right. All right. Go ahead and mute your mics. All right. I'm gonna start off with that little, with that little catchphrase at the beginning of each photo book. In the 1920s, tugboats played a very important part in the harbor life of all international ports. Although small, they had a very powerful engines and were responsible for moving all kinds of vessels around the harbor and docks, from huge liners and cargo ships to barges and dredgers. In Big City Port, there were 2 tugboat companies operating: the Starfleet, owned by Captain Star, and the Z-Stacks, owned by Captain Zero. The 2 fleets were constantly competing for business, the Star Tugs by honest means. However, the Z-Stacks were not so honorable. Big City Port was in the grip of winter. It had come earlier than expected, and with it came the fog. The Star Tugs hated fog. In those days, they had no radio or radar. They could only rely on eyes and ears, and fog could sometimes play tricks on those. Long periods of fogs had a way of conjuring up old sea stories and superstitions among the boats of the harbor. Many of the tugs felt nervous in the daytime fog. When darkness fell, they became even more anxious and a little bit jumpy. On this particular evening, Big Mac was on his way back to the Star Pier. He had been working all day with Scuttlebutt Pete, who had been telling him old sea stories about strange things that could happen when fog was around. As Big Mac passed a spooky old warehouse, he heard a whispering sound. The buildings creaked and groaned as if they were alive. The whispering sound grew louder. Big Mac peered through the fog, but couldn't see anything. "This is too creepy for me," he muttered. "I'm getting home fast, fog or no fog." He set off through the fog, but suddenly, there in front of him appeared 4 ghostly white tugs. "Oh!" gulped Big Mac. "It's the Ghost Fleet. That's what Pete was talking about." It was all too much for Big Mac. He turned and charged off through the fog, hoping the Ghost Fleet was not following him, and eventually reached the safety of the Star Pier. Star Tugs except Hercules were in their berths as Big Mac came steaming in. "Slow down, Big Mac," said Top Hat. "You know better than to travel fast in fog." OJ looked closely at Big Mac. "You all right, Big Mac?" he asked. "You look as though you've seen a ghost." "Well, actually I have," said Big Mac in a shaky voice. "You've seen what?" asked the warrior. "Ghosts," replied Big Mac. Well, laughed Top Hat. "I never thought I'd hear a harbor tug would believe in ghosts." The other tugs joined in the laughter as Big Mac looked embarrassed. Early the next morning, Captain Star gave his fleet their orders for the day. The fog was still very thick, as the tugs prepared to go to work. They teased Big Mac about his. "I should never have told you," scowled Big Mac. "You take no notice," said OJ. "The fog plays funny tricks on all of us. Don't you worry about it, Big Mac. Just mind you keep your wits about you. Big Mac moved off, muttering to himself. I suppose I could have been seeing things, but they seemed jolly real at the time, I can tell you. The tug set off to work. That evening, Warrior was making his way back to the Star Pier across the bay. The fog was still thick, so he sounded his foghorn frequently. Some shrimpers were following him, using him to guide them into the port. Hey, Warrior, called one of the shrimpers. You sure you know your way? Of course, grinned Warrior. A bit of fog is nothing to worry about. I've got natural sense of direction. Just stick close to me and whoops! Warrior had to swerve violently to avoid a mud bank. The shrimpers behind him were not so lucky. They ran straight into the mud bank and stuck there. Warrior steamed happily along, then suddenly jerked to a halt. There in front of him were 4 white tugs. What the... Warrior watched in horror as the tugs moved across in front of him. Who are they? I don't believe it, he thought. It's just as Big Mac said. It's the Ghost Fleet! He hurried back to the Star Pier to tell the others. Further out in the bay, Izzy Gomez, the tramp steamer, had been waiting all day for a cheap tow into the harbor. As night fell, he decided to try and sneak into the harbor for free, under cover of the fog. Just as he started to lift his anchor, Zoran, the leader of the Z-Stacks, appeared. You never learn, do you, Izzy? Sneered Zoran, breaking the law as usual. Well, if you run aground, you'll be my salvage. No salvage, replied Izzy. I'll give you 50 to throw me in. Get lost, said Zoran. You're worth more to me as scrap. And he moved off into the fog. Izzy pulled his anchor the rest of the way up and set off for the harbor. But as Zoran moved across the bay, he saw something up ahead. Ahoy! He called. Do you need a tow into port? There was no reply. Zoran watched in horror as 4 white tugs appeared through the fog and sailed past him. It's the ghosts! It's Big Mac's ghosts! Cried Zoran. They've come to get me! And he turned round and steamed back the way he'd come as fast as he could. Back in the bay, Izzy was just beginning to move. It's very foggy, he muttered to himself. So if I can't see anybody, then nobody can see me. Ooh, I'll get to the port for free for once. Heh, that's good. He caught sight of something coming towards him. Hey, you watch where you're going, he yelled and sounded his horn. There was no reply as 4 white tugs slid silently by. Ay, caramba, help! Cried Izzy. It's a ghost! Oh, don't take me. I've got a tow already. Please don't take me. Oh. As the ghost tugs disappeared into the mists, Izzy turned towards the harbor again and bumped into Zoran, who was going round in circles in the fog. Oh, Zoran, cried Izzy with relief. Give me a tow. I'll pay whatever you want. Just get me into port. No problem, Izzy, my old friend, said Zoran. I'll tow you in for nothing. I need some company getting into port. That night was a terrible night for the Star Tugs. Even level-headed old OJ thought he saw the ghosts. As he was returning from escorting 2 tramp steamers out to sea, he decided to cut through the inlet where old cranes were kept. The fog gave everything a creepy look, and the sounds of the rattling chains and grinding metal made OJ uneasy. It's just fog playing tricks on me, OJ muttered to himself as he hurried along. Drat this fog! I can't see a thing. Ooh, oops! What's that? He nearly ran into Scuttlebutt Pete. Oi, you stupid tug! He cried Scuttlebutt. Oh, it's you, OJ. You nearly scared the daylights out of me. Thought I was a ghost tug, did you? Said OJ. You're beginning to believe those tales you tell. Don't joke about those things, warned Scuttlebutt Pete. You take care, OJ. As OJ continued on his way, he heard a sound behind him. He glanced back and, to his horror, saw the ghostly shapes of 4 white tugs moving through the fog. Oh no, now I'm seeing things. Oh, they're really there. It's the ghost tugs. And he set off at top speed back to the Star Pier. In the harbor, quite near to the Star Pier, Top Hat was on his way home. He had been out in the fog all day and was feeling quite anxious. That's funny, he thought. I don't recognize a thing. Can't even hear any foghorns. He steamed along, keeping close to the shoreline, hoping to see a familiar landmark. Suddenly, he saw 2 bright pinpoints of light ahead of him. Oh, what's that? I never thought I'd get as jittery as the others. Oh, but I am. Oh, where am I? He looked all around. Oh, if I steer between those trappers, I should be in open water. But as he glanced through the gap, he couldn't believe his eyes. Oh no, it's the ghost fleet. It's true. The white tugs moved away through the fog. That's enough for me, trembled Top Hat. I'm staying here until daylight. It's too dangerous out here. I'll dock here and find my way back in the morning. He settled down for an uneasy night's sleep. Out in the estuary, 10 Cents and Sunshine were towing an oil barge towards Lily Lightship. If we don't get to her soon, her light may go out. Said Sunshine anxiously. Oh, we'll make it, said 10 Cents. There was a loud cracking noise ahead of them. What's that? Cried Sunshine. The noise grew louder. I don't like it, 10 Cents. What's happening? Sounds like ice cracking, but it can't be at this time of year. Can it? How should I know? I've never seen anything like this before, replied 10 Cents nervously. Oh, no, Miss Up. They've come to get us. The sea ahead of them began to bubble, and suddenly, up and out of the water, appeared an old galleon. Look at that, gasped 10 Cents. It's a ghostly galleon, wavered Sunshine, and together the 2 terrified tugs turned and charged away through the fog. The following morning, the sun came up and blazed through the thinning fog. Top Hat was still asleep where he tied up, but Grampus, the midget submarine, was surfaced beside him and spouted water on his face. No, don't hurt me! Go away, ghosts! Cried Top Hat as he woke up with a start. Oh, it's you, Grampus. What are you doing here, Top Hat? Asked Grampus. And what's this about ghosts? Did I say ghosts? Laughed Top Hat. Oh, I must have been dreaming. I lost my bearings in the fog and couldn't get home, so I moored here for the night. Grampus laughed. Here, but you're only a few minutes from home. Look. Top Hat looked around. The Star Pier was just across the way, so he'd nearly been home after all. At the Star Pier, all the other tugs were in their berths except Hercules. Top Hat steamed up. Listen, everyone! I've seen the ghost tugs, really! We've all seen them, Top Hat, said OJ. 10 Cents and Sunshine saw a galleon, too. But these were real ghost tugs, insisted Top Hat. Phantoms of the seas! There was a loud hoot, and Hercules steamed up. Ghosts? Smiled Hercules. What's this about ghosts, my dears? Ghostly white tugs, said Big Mac. And a galleon, added 10 Cents. Hercules laughed. You're all going crazy. You're all seeing things. If I'd been there, I'd have explained all of it. Those tugs you saw were the White Fleet, down here from northern waters. They're on the trail of an iceberg which has floated down here and is a danger to ships. There was a wooden galleon frozen in this iceberg. I suppose when the ice finally melted, the old boat bobbed up to the surface. Behind Hercules, Burke and Blair steamed past, towing away the old and rotting galleon. There's your ghostly galleon, 10 Cents, replied Hercules. The Star Tugs watched as Burke and Blair towed away the old galleon. A moment later, the White Fleet steamed past on their way back up north, their job well done. The Star Fleet laughed about it, relieved to hear the simple explanation, but they never forgot the time that fog made them see ghosts. That's it.
Wow.
Good job.
Great job.
Very nice.
That was a nice
Yes.
You did very well at voicing the characters.
Yes.
I especially liked your OJ voice. That was actually spot on. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
also
but-
him.
I hope Taylor likes it because I hear that's her favorite photo book.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my story is Tenders for Henry.
Well, that's one of my favorite stories. So,
That's one of my favorite stories too.
and I'll read
Well,
a
this is from the Railway series, so here we go. I'm not happy, complained Gordon. Your firebox is out of order. No wonder, after all that coal you had yesterday. Hard work brings good appetite, snapped Gordon. You wouldn't understand. I knew, put in Duck brightly. It's boiler ache. I warned you about that standpipe on the other railway, but you drank gallons. It's not boileric, protested Gordon. It's, said Henry. That water's bad. It furs up your tubes. Your boiler must be full of sludge. Have a good washout, then you'll feel a different engine. Don't be vulgar, said Gordon huffily. Gordon backed down on his train, hissing mournfully. Said the Fat Controller. I can't, sir. The others say I've got boiler ache, but I haven't, sir. I keep thinking about the dreadful state of the world, sir. What the diesels say? What do they say? They boast that they've abolished steam, sir. It's true. What, sir? All my Doncaster brothers? Is me, all gone, except one. The guard's whistle blew, and Gordon puffed sadly away. Gordon, said the Fat Controller. If only we could. Yes! I'll ask his owner at once. He hurried away. Arrangements took time, but one evening, Gordon's driver ran back excited. Wake up, Gordon. The Fat Controller's giving you a surprise. Look. Believe it. Backing towards him were two massive green tenders, and their engine's shape was very like his own. It's Flying Scotsman, he gasped. The Fat Controller's brought him to see me. Oh, thank you, sir. Joy was drowned by Flying Scotsman's as he drew happily alongside. Next day, the two engines were photographed side by side. You've changed a lot, smiled Flying Scotsman.
I had a rebuild at crew. Proper Doncaster job, of course, but it serves. I had a rebuild too. Idiots. But my owner said I was an extra special engine and made them give me back my proper shape. 2 tenders being special? No, you'd hardly believe it, Gordon, but over there they've hardly any coal and water. Every proper railway. Exactly. You're lucky, Gordon, to have a controller who knows how to run railways. Everyone got on well with Flying Scotsman. Henry was jealous. Tenders are marks of distinction. Everybody knows that. Why's he got 2? He's famous, explained Duck and Donald. To go 100 miles an hour, besides the other railway has no coal and water. Puh, sniffed Henry. I can't believe that. He continued, but I always work hard enough for 2. I deserve another tender for that. Duck whispered something to Donald. Henry, asked Duck innocently, would you like my tenders? Yours, exclaimed Henry. What have you got to do with tenders? All right, said Duck. The deal's off. Would you like them, Donald? I wouldn't deprive you of the honor. It is a great honor, said Duck thoughtfully, but I'm only a tank engine, and so I don't really understand tenders. I'm sorry I was so rude, said Henry hastily. How many tenders do you have? 6, and you can have them this evening. 6 lovely tenders, chortled Henry. What a splendid sight I'll be. That'll show the others the sort of engine I am. Excited. Do you think it'll be all right? He asked for the umpteenth time. Of course, said Duck. Just go where I told you, and they'll all be ready. Meanwhile, word had gone round, and the others waited where they would get a good view. Cheered to the echo when he came, but he wasn't a splendid sight. He had 6 tenders, true, but they were very old and very dirty, with boiler sludge. Have a good washout, Henry, called a voice. That's right. You will feel a different engine now. Henry was not sure, but he thought the voice was Gordon's.
Great job.
Very nice.
Yep.
Do you have something you want to read, Donnie?
No.
Well, if you guys want, that I can do another Tug story.
Well, I was
just going to offer to read another Railway series story too.
Me too.
I've been here most of my
Yeah, well,
life.
can I go first?
All right, then I'll go next, and then David will go again.
All
right.
Guys.
Oh, what's up?
I'll read a story too. Just I gotta get my Railway series book.
All right.
Austin, you just read your story.
Sorrow is gone.
All right. All right. I'm first then.
All right, then I'm next. Then Donnie. Then Austin. Then David.
But anyways, this Tug's photo book is going to be like what I could say is my personal favorite.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do High Winds.
All right.
Yeah, but before I read this, I want you guys to know that this one is my favorite because it reflects so much on Zebedee, my favorite Zed stack in the show. So with that out of the way, let's get to it. High Winds. The sun was rising over Big City Port. 10 cents in sunshine, the Star Tug's 2 switchers were busy moving some oil barges across the harbor. Hey, 10 cents, called Sunshine, looking at the pink sky. A great doing, eh? Yeah, but don't be fooled, Sunshine, warned 10 cents, who was older and wiser than Sunshine. You know what Captain Star says? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. Bad weather must be on the way. OJ, the oldest of Captain Star's tugs, came steaming up. Get a move on, you two, he called to 10 cents and Sunshine. The storm flags are out. Hercules is already answering a distress call, and there'll be lots of extra jobs to do before the storm hits the harbor. He hurried away, and a moment later, Zebedee, one of Captain Zero's tugs, came steaming up, towing 4 barges. Captain Zero's tugs, the Z-Stacks, were rivals of the Starfleet and often caused them trouble. As Zebedee passed by, one of his barges came adrift. 10 cents moved nearer to hold the barge steady. Hey, what are you up to? Growled Zebedee. One of your barges has broken loose, said 10 cents. I'll try to hold it until you secure it. I can manage, snapped Zebedee. Yeah, well, suit yourself, said 10 cents, moving away. Just one tug helping another, that's all. Hey, wait, said Zebedee. Thanks. And he towed the barges, now securely attached, away across the harbor. Later that morning, Zebedee joined the other Z-Stacks at the Zero Pier to hear their orders for the day. This storm, said Captain Zero, will mean salvage work. Take advantage of distress calls. Up go our tow prices, eh? Smirked Zoran, the roughest, toughest, and meanest of the Z-Stacks. Hey, you got it, said Captain Star. And another thing, an old friend of mine is paying Big City Port a visit. One Johnny Cuba. I don't want to hear any of you dealing with him. If any of you bump into him, I'm not at home, okay? The Z-Stacks agreed and steamed out into the harbor to look for work. Out in the estuary, Lily Lightship had just received a fuel delivery from 10 cents and Sunshine. It's great to come out and see you, Lily, said Sunshine. Thank you, Sunshine, said Lily. Always nice to have company. And speaking of company, he doesn't seem to be very sociable. She nodded across the estuary towards a dark freighter anchored near the rocks. Said 10 cents. I wonder what he's up to. Maybe he needs a tow, suggested Sunshine, and while 10 cents secured the empty oil barges, Sunshine approached the strange freighter. Ahoy there! He called as he drew nearer. Scram, tug! Sneered the freighter. Just checking if you were okay, said Sunshine, surprised at the freighter's behavior. Maybe you could use a tow. I don't need a tow. Beat it, growled the freighter. There's a storm coming up. You might need shelter, said Sunshine. Look here, Sonny, jeered the freighter. When I need a tow, I'll make sure you're the first to know it. Now scram! Sunshine moved away, fast. He didn't know his visit to the freighter had been seen by a watchful customs launch hidden behind the rocks. As 10 cents and Sunshine steamed towards the harbor mouth, the customs launch caught up with them. Hold up there, 10 cents, he called. Hello, officer, said 10 cents. What's up? The customs launch looked sternly at Sunshine. I'd like to know what your business is with Johnny Cuba. Johnny Cuba? Sunshine looked puzzled. The freighter you were talking to out there, said the launch. So that's Johnny Cuba, said 10 cents. I've heard about him. I only asked if he needed a tool, said Sunshine. He wasn't very pleasant, told me to scram. Is he in some kind of trouble? Asked 10 Cents. Johnny's always in trouble, said the customs launch. It appears he could be on one of his smuggling runs into Big City. The stars don't deal with in that sort of thing, said 10 Cents indignantly. You know that, officer. Just checking in case he said something that might be useful to us, said the launch. Why don't you just arrest him? Asked Sunshine. I haven't anything definite on him yet, explained the launch. I can't even search him, as he's outside the harbor limits. I've been out there watching him since yesterday. I'd better get back. As the launch moved away, OJ came steaming up. He called out to 10 Cents and Sunshine. You two! Pick up Scuttlebutt and Pete. We have to clear the bay in case ships need to get to shelter. Out at sea, the wind was steadily increasing and the waves were getting higher. Johnny Cuba decided to take a chance and move closer to the shore for shelter. He pulled up his anchor and crept towards the harbor, but as he passed the rocks, the customs launch pulled out in front of him. Ahoy there! Have to! I'm coming aboard! Johnny didn't reply. Instead, he swung hard towards the tiny launch. Hey! Watch out! What are you? Wham! Johnny Cuba hit the launch hard, sending it crashing towards the rocks, then hurried away, leaving it to the mercy of the storm. In the safety of the harbor, Warrior was towing Sally's seaplane into her hangar, as the wind was too strong for her to fly anymore that day. I saw Hercules out at sea as I was flying in, said Sally. He's bringing in the liner Princess Alice. I think she's damaged. I'd better tell the others, said Warrior. We need all the hands to get her in with this wind. In the estuary, the storm was getting worse. Zebedee, remembering Captain Zero's orders, was looking for ships in distress. He saw a plume of smoke across the bay and steamed towards it, but as he rounded the rocks, he realized to his horror that it was Johnny Cuba. Well, if it isn't little Zebby. Look, would you like to do a little job for me? Love to, Johnny, said Zebedee nervously. But I've now ifs, now buts, snapped Johnny. I need a tow fast. This wind is messing up me plans. Move! Zebedee fixed the line to Johnny Cuba and towed him into the disused docks. Okay, Zeb, drawled Johnny. This'll be safe from the storm and prying eyes. Now I need coal, right away. But, Johnny, I've, stammered Zebedee. Quickly or I'll break your stack, threatened Johnny Cuba. Zebedee steamed miserably across the harbor. As he passed Lucky's yard, he saw 10 Cents and Sunshine struggling with Scuttlebutt Pete and a heavy barge. Scuttlebutt was getting angry as the barge swung about in the strong wind. Come on, you two! He snapped as the barge smashed against the side, splashing sludge all over his deck. Whoa there! Cried 10 Cents as a second later, Scuttlebutt Pete slewed around and crashed into him. Come on, switches! Yelled Scuttlebutt Pete. Get me home before the storm breaks! 10 Cents looked worried. It's this wind, he said. It's getting stronger. If only I could fix another line. He caught sight of Zebedee. Oi, Zebedee! He shouted. Give us a hand! What? Said Zebedee. He stared at him. Just hold them steady while I get another line on board, pleaded 10 Cents. Why should I? asked Zebedee. He looked behind him. Zora, don't kill me! Please, begged Sunshine. Okay, well, just this once, agreed Zebedee. He pushed against Scuttlebutt's side, holding him steady while 10 Cents fixed another line. Thanks, Zebedee, said 10 Cents warmly, as he and Sunshine at last got the barge under control. Zebedee hurried away. As he drew nearer to the coal yard, he remembered Johnny Cuba's threat. There were several loaded barges in the yard, and no one about, so he hitched up one of them and towed it round to the disused docks, where Johnny Cuba was waiting. Yeah, okay, Zebby, grinned Johnny when he saw the barge. I want you to come back here tonight. I've got another little job for you. Yeah, I have to go, said Zebedee, and he steamed away, very worried, across the estuary. Near the rocky shore, he slowed down and looked out to sea. In the distance, he spotted smoke. There's something out there, he thought. Princess Alice, I might be in luck. If I get a toll, Captain Cielo will be pleased with me. He was about to set off when he heard a shout. Help! What the? Who's that? He called. It was the customs launch, stuck on the rocks. As Zebedee moved closer, the launch caught sight of him. Zebedee! Never thought I'd be glad to see you. Come on, I need a tow. Johnny Cuba pushed me onto the rocks and my engine's dead. I'll be smashed to bits on the rocks soon. Yeah, sure, agreed Zebedee. With a sigh, he moved forward and pulled the launch off the rocks, then slowly towed him into the harbor. On the way, they met Big Mac and Warrior, steaming out to meet Hercules with Princess Alice. Good day to you, Customs, said Big Mac. Hi, Zebedee. Nothing serious, I hope. Chasing a crook and rescued by a crook, that's all, said the Customs launch with a grin. As soon as he delivered the Customs launch to Lucky's yard, Zebedee steamed back across the harbor. The wind was still blowing strongly, and the Starfleet were struggling to bring in the huge liner Princess Alice. Hercules was towing out front, while Big Mac and Warrior were at her stern, holding her back. OJ, 10 Cents, and Sunshine were pushing hard against her sides to keep her steady, but she was slowly drifting towards the dockside. Unless she was brought under control, the little switchers would be crushed between the dock and the towering sides of the liner. It's no good, shouted Warrior. She's not responding. I can't hold her anymore, cried 10 Cents. Push, OJ! Push! Yelled Big Mac. Cried Warrior as the curve of the liner's hull crept closer and closer to the quayside. Things looked desperate. OJ sounded his emergency whistle, calling to any tugs in the area to come and help. Suddenly, Zebedee swept up. Positioning himself between 10 Cents and Sunshine, he began to push with all his might. Slowly, the great liner began to correct her course. With Zebedee's extra weight behind her, Princess Alice was under the tug's control again. As soon as she was docked, Zebedee hurried away. The star tugs tooted their thanks to Zebedee. As evening fell, Zebedee returned to the disused docks. Well, grinned Johnny Cuba. It's Zebby back again. Good boy. This is where you have to take me. Reluctantly, Zebedee attached his tow line, but suddenly there was a loud hoot and Hercules steamed up. Hello, Zebedee, my dear, he said. Where are you taking our friend, the well-known Johnny Cuba, eh? What's it to you, Star? Sneered Johnny. I know of you, old Johnny Cuba, said Hercules. Let's hand him over to the authorities, Zebedee. They'd like to have a word with him. No. Oh, no, you don't! Roared Johnny as he tried to back out of the dock. But Zebedee's line was attached and he hung on until Hercules managed to hitch another line to the freighter. Well done, Zebedee, my dear, said Hercules. Customs would be proud of you. Come on, let's take him in. Johnny cursed angrily, but there was nothing he could do. Back at the Zero Pier, Zebedee hung his head while Captain Zero scolded him for helping the Star Tugs with Princess Alice. The other Z-Stacks were also in trouble. What a bunch! No salvage work, no extra fees! Get out of my sight, all of you! The Z-Stacks turned to go, but before they could leave, the customs launch steamed up. Silence fell. A word with you, Zero, said the launch. About Johnny Cuba. He's got no connection with me, snapped Captain Zero. I told my tugs to stay away from him. Well, one of them didn't, said the launch. Zebedee. The Z-Stacks turned to look at Zebedee accusingly. Listen, officer, blustered Captain Zero. I'm clean. Whatever Zebedee did, he did it against my orders! Zebedee! Hold on, Zero, said the launch. If it wasn't for him, you'd have a lot of explaining to do. Zebedee and Hercules brought Johnny Cuba in. Because of Zebedee's help, we assumed you had nothing to do with Johnny Cuba. I just came by to thank Zebedee. Well, I was just saying what a credit he is to my fleet, smirked Captain Zero. Wasn't I right, Tugs? The others at Stacks looked embarrassed. We're always here to help. Count on us. We're always here to help. Count on us anytime, said Captain Zero. Thank you, said Customs Launch. And thank you, Zebedee. He moved away across the harbor. As the sun set, 10 Cents and Sunshine steamed slowly into the harbor. They met Zebedee alone, staring out to sea. Hi, Zebedee, they called. Huh? Said Zebedee. Oh, hey. Weather's changed, remarked 10 Cents. Yeah, I've noticed, replied Zebedee. Thanks again for your help today, said 10 Cents. We heard from Hercules about you catching Johnny Cuba. Murmured Zebedee. He moved away. See you guys later, he said. 10 Cents spoke. If you ever think of leaving the Z-Stacks... What? You crazy, said Zebedee. He paused, then said, Today was today, okay? Just a thought, said 10 Cents. Huh, yeah, said Zebedee, and he steamed away across the harbor. You think too much, 10 Cents. He wasn't sure how he stood up with Captain Zero, but somehow he wasn't too bothered. He might have made a new enemy today, but he also made a few new friends. There you have it.
Nice.
Very nice job.
Yeah. Yeah. What I want to know is how I did with Zebedee.
Very good.
Your Zebedee voice is on point.
Yeah. Because Zebedee is my favorite Z-Stack, hands down.
Oh. Can I be next?
Sure, Donnie.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll go next.
Alright. Hector.
Which story?
Hector. Matthew, I say Hector.
I'm sorry, what?
Hector.
He said Hector.
Oh. Oh, is that his story?
What? What?
Oh, was that the story you're reading, or?
Yeah, I'm reading Hector.
Oh.
Okay. This is a story of Hector the Horrid, a big black truck who told the engines to keep away. But when Thomas decided to teach him a lesson, he discovered that Hector was not as horrid as he looked. Thomas the Tank Engine loves shunting troublesome trucks. He can beat them harder and faster than any other engine. It's one of his favorite jobs. One morning, the Fat Controller had an important announcement. James and Edward must take extra deliveries of coal, he boomed. Thomas, you must shunt a few trucks at the coaling plant for James and Edward to collect this afternoon, he added. Thomas was very pleased. Just then, Bill and Ben chuffed by with a big black truck. It was biffing and bashing them. Two engines pushing one truck, said Thomas. This is Hector, huffed Bill. He hates being shunted. We call him Hector the Horrid. Bill and Ben chuffed slowly away with Hector. I could biff Hector firmly into place, Thomas boasted to James. Later, Thomas chuffed into the coaling plant, and there was Hector. The other trucks giggled. Big black, and solid, he's Hector the Horrid, they sang. Thomas puffed closer. Keep away, roared Hector. Bill and Ben were right, thought Thomas. Hector is horrid. Thomas decided to keep away. He spent the morning shunting the other trucks and filling them with coal. All the time, Thomas could feel Hector the Horrid watching him. The plant manager came to see Thomas. We need an extra large delivery, he said. You must shunt and fill, Hector. Rosie is coming to help. Later, Rosie puffed into the yard. She saw Hector. Do we have to shunt that big truck, Thomas? She peeped. Yes, puffed Thomas, but he doesn't want to be shunted. His name is... Before Thomas could finish, Hector opened his mouth and let out the biggest roar ever. Keep away! He bellowed. Rosie was so surprised that she shook from funnel to footplate and steamed straight out of the yard. This made Thomas cross. Hector had biffed and bashed Bill and Ben. He had shouted at Thomas and frightened Rosie so much that she had puffed away. Now the extra delivery would never be ready. Thomas had had enough. He puffed up to Hector and biffed him. Hector was cross. Keep away, he roared. I won't, huffed Thomas. You are causing confusion and delay. You really are horrid. That with one mighty biff, Thomas pushed Hector backwards into a set of buffers. Hector couldn't stop and rolled right off the track. Thomas felt very bad. He hadn't meant to biff Hector so hard. He puffed over to the truck. Hector lay on his side, looking very sad. Now Hector didn't seem so horrid. I'm sorry I biffed you so hard, wished Thomas. But why wouldn't you be shunted? I'm scared, moaned Hector. Thomas was surprised. I'm a new truck, Hector groaned. I'm scared of being filled with coal. I've never done it before. That's why I didn't want to be shunted. Thomas wanted to help Hector. Sometimes I'm scared when I have to do something new, Thomas chuffed. But coal isn't scary. Later, Rocky arrived. He lifted Hector back onto the tracks. Hector watched Thomas Thomas rolled under the hopper. Black, dusty coal poured into Thomas's coal buns. See, it's not scary, Thomas peeked kindly. Then Hector smiled. I like to be filled with coal too, he rumbled. So Thomas pulled Hector quickly under the hopper to fill him up with coal. Thomas shunted Hector into place, just as James and Edward puffed into the yard. They were surprised to see Hector there. Soon the trains were ready, and James and Edward puffed away to make their deliveries. Good luck, Thomas whistled, but the whistle wasn't for them. Thomas was tooting to his new friend, Hector, who wasn't horrid after all. The end.
Great job.
Thank you.
Nice one. Woo!
Now I'll be reading
Nice.
Now I'll be reading Saves from Scrap.
All right.
Alright, microphone's muted. Okay. Saved from Scrap. There is a scrapyard near Edward Station. It is full of rusty old cars and machinery. They are brought there to be broken up. The pieces are loaded into trucks, and Edward pulls them to the steelworks, where they are melted down and used again. One day, Edward saw a traction engine in the yard. "Hello," he said. "You're not broken and rusty. What are you doing there?" "I'm Trevor," said the traction engine sadly. "They are going to break me up next week." "What a shame," said Edward. "My driver says I only need some paint, brass salt, and oil to be as good as new," Trevor went on sadly. "But it's no good. My master doesn't want me. I suppose it's because I'm old-fashioned." Edward snorted indignantly. "People say I'm old-fashioned, but I don't care. The Fat Controller says I'm a really useful engine." "My driver says I'm useful too," replied Trevor. "I sometimes feel ill, but I don't give up like those tractors. I struggle on and finish the job. I've never broken down in my life," he ended proudly. "What work did you do?" asked Edward kindly. "My master would send us to farm to farm. We threshed the corn, hauled logs, sawed timber, and did lots of other work. We made friends at the farm and saw them every year. The children loved to see us come. They followed us in crowds and watched us all day long. My driver would sometimes give the right." Trevor shut his eyes, remembering. "I like children," he said simply. "Oh, yes, I like children. Broken up, what a shame. Broken up, what a shame," clanked Edward as he went back to work. "I must help Trevor. I must." He thought of people who he knew who liked engines. Edward had lots of friends, but strangely, none of them had room for a traction engine at home. It's a shame, he hissed as he brought his coaches to the station. Then, he whistled, why didn't I think of him before? Waiting on a person was the very platform was the very person. "Morning, Charlie. Morning, Sid. Hello, Edward. You look upset." "What's the matter, Charlie?" he asked the driver. "There's a traction engine in the scrapyard, Vicar. He'll be broken up next week. It's a shame. Jim Cole says he never drove a better engine." "Do save him, sir. You've got room, sir." "Yes, Edward, I've got room," laughed the vicar, "but I don't need a traction engine." "He said he'll saw wood and give children rice. Do buy him, please." "Sir, we'll see," said the vicar as he climbed into the train. Jim Cole came on Saturday afternoon. "The Reverend's coming to see you, Trevor. Maybe he'll buy you." "Do you think he will?" asked Trevor hopefully. "He will once I lit your fire and cleaned you up," said Jim. When the vicar and his two boys came in the evening, Trevor was blowing off steam. He hadn't felt happy for months. Watch this, Reverence," called Jim, and Trevor chuckled happily about the yard. "Oh, Daddy, do buy him," pleaded the boys, jumping up and down in their excitement. Now I'll try," said the vicar, and climbed beside Jim. "Show your paces, Trevor," he said, and drove him about the yard. Then he went into the office and came out smiling. I've got 'em cheap, Jim. I've got 'em cheap. Do you hear that, Trevor? Cried Jim. The Reverend saved you. You'll live at the vicarage now. Beep, beep, whistled Trevor happily. Will you drive him home for me, Jim, and take these scallywags with you? They won't want to come in the car when there's attractions to ride on. Trevor's home is in the vicarage orchard. It's close to the railway. He sees Edward every day. His paint is spotless and his brass shines like glow. He he saws firewood in the winter, and sometimes Jim borrows him when a tractor fails. Trevor likes doing his old job, but his happiest is when the church fete, or however you pronounce it. Then, with a long wooden seat bolted to his bunker, he huffs around, giving advice to children. Longwards, he will see him shutting his eyes, remembering. I like children, he whispers happily. The end.
Well done.
Thanks.
I like children.
I like children.
Very nice.
Thanks.
All
Great
right,
job.
it's my turn, and can I ask something?
Sure.
I kind of want to read two, if that's okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
Okay. Oh, hang on one second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Somebody has to be the favorite.
Taylor's gonna hurt you.
Oh, I didn't know you can hear me. I was just whispering the song.
I wish Taylor was here.
Me too. Edward, stay out. No, just kidding. Do you guys want me to read Edward Stay Out while we wait for David?
Sure.
Alright.
Well, you guys can hear the story, but I actually got a scram.
Oh, you did?
okay.
Well, thanks for joining.
Yeah, it's no
okay.
problem. And happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
And all right, bye. And until next time, surprise Kadabra!
Bye, Austin.
Oh, he actually disappeared. Okay, Edward Stay Out. Once upon a time, there was a little engine called Edward. David's back. Alright.
Oh yeah, hi.
I was going to read Edward Stay Out while we wait for you.
Well, if you want to go ahead and read it, go for it.
Oh, okay. Edward
No thanks. I'll just have the stuffed chicken.
What?
I'm in a live stream. We're reading Railway Series stories. Yeah, go ahead and start reading it because I have to go do something.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Once upon a time, there was a little engine called Edward. He lived in a shed with 5 other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it. The driver wouldn't choose you again, they said. He wants big, strong engines like us. Edward had not been out for a long time. He began to feel sad. Just then, the driver came along to start work. The driver looked at Edward. Why are you sad? He asked. Would you like to come up today? Yes, please, said Edward. So the fireman lit the fire. Then the driver pulled the lever. I missed out the line. So the fireman lit the fire and made a nice lot of steam. Then the driver pulled the lever, and Edward puffed away. Peep, peep, he whistled. Look at me now. Look at me now. The others were very cross at being left behind. Away went Edward to get some coaches. Be careful, Edward, said. Sorry. Be careful, Edward, said the coaches. Don't bump and bang us like the other engines did. I do. So Edward came up to the coaches very, very gently, and the shunter fastened the coupling, and the shunter fastened the coupling. Thank you, Edward, said the coaches. That was kind. We are glad you are taking us today. Then they went to the station, where the people were waiting. Peep, peep, whistled Edward. Get in quickly, please. So the people got in quickly, and Edward waited happily for the guard to blow his whistle and wave his green flag. He waited and waited. There was no whistle, no green flag. Peep, 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 peep. Where is the guard? Edward was getting anxious. The driver and fireman asked the station master, Have you seen a guard? No, he said. They asked the porter, Have you seen a guard? Yes, last night, said the porter. Edward began to get cross. Are we ever going to start? He said. Just then, a little boy shouted, Here he comes! And there the guard was running down the hill, with his flag in one hand and a sandwich in the other. He ran onto the platform. Sorry. He ran onto the platform and blew his whistle and jumped into his van. Edward puffed off. He did have a happy day. All the children ran to wave as he went past, and met old friends at all the stations. He worked so hard that the driver promised to take him out again next day. I'm going up again tomorrow, he told the other engines that night in the shed. What do you think of that? But he didn't hear what they thought, for he was so tired and happy that he fell asleep at once. The end.
Nice job.
Thank you.
And just in time.
Okay, that was it.
I'm sorry, guys, but I have to end the live stream now.
Aw.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys for joining.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. That was fun.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was.
Yep.
Hopefully next time we can read more Railway Series stories.
Yeah, we should do it again soon.
I'll upload your surprise later today.
Okay, I can't wait to see it.
Okay.
All right, bye, guys.
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.